Yo, 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 Big Kish back up in here. Shout out to Fantastic Hip Hop. Why Drake just went insane and stupid over Kendrick on stream and dropped his worst song ever. We about to get into this. Before we get into that, y'all make sure y'all pick y'all up a copy of Street Dad, Geek Dad, Avoiding the Manufacturing Mindset, written by me, Big Kish. The link will be in the description for purchase, and I appreciate everybody that's been supporting the channel, man. And we gotta my bad, y'all. I was supposed to have this prepared. Shout outs, man. Shout out to these Cash App donation. Shout out to Salisa. Shout out to Salisa for your donation. I appreciate you a whole lot. Says I've been watching you since after the Super Bowl. Shout out to you for your donation. I appreciate you a whole lot. And shout out to Nicole. Nicole said, I love you, Big Catch. I love you too, sis. Love you too. Shout out to y'all for donating to the Cash App. You know what I'm saying? If you want to donate, the Cash App is right here, y'all. But yeah, y'all know I'm like holding y'all. Without further ado, let's get it.
Now listen, before we get into making fun of the first near 40-year-old man for running away from Pinocchio on a live stream for being the
I got a breakdown. Do not click off this video after this. I got a breakdown coming down. Somebody just broke down the whole video. You got some people saying he running away from his lies. You know what I'm saying? But it's the meaning behind it.
First near 40-year-old man for running away from Pinocchio on a live stream? The Drake fans are gonna be insufferable today, so be sure to leave that like and subscribe because I am gonna need it and we are gonna need all the support we can to make sure that everybody remembers that the Iceman is still melting, as now with what just went down. As Drake just made episode 2 of his Iceman series, which is rolling the supposed album of the same name out. I have to say, I don't even know how Lawbury did it, but he really managed to outdo himself here, and honestly put together an even more embarrassing stream where from the gimmicks, skits, disses, and music itself, well, every single thing was an absolute downgrade, other than the comedic value of—
And they was saying something about this pool or the building in Manchester, boys ages 4 and 11 or something like that. I don't know. It's a lot of theories going on about this Pinocchio / swimming pool, empty swimming pool, and all of that. But yeah, let's see what Fantastic got to say, y'all.
Of seeing a grown man who has lost literally everything over the last year in terms of what his music career has turned into, see the reality of an idea coming to fruition of Drake and his team sitting around and deciding that the best way to respond to all of the pressure going on in his career, which is about to end right now, was to get Pinocchio to co-star in the stream and have him do a chase where you, Drake, a 40-year-old man almost, is running away from a symbol and idea that means something else that's a lot more disturbing than what you interpreted it to be. And now, as we are really about to get into the madness of Drake going full Pinocchio. Well, listen, if you have not—
Because this is the thing, why you, first it was Peter Pan. Y'all remember he used to do his shows with Peter Pan flying and all of that. Now it's Pinocchio. What's up with you and these characters, B? You 40, boy. You know what I'm saying? What's up with these characters, boy?
Already leave that like, because when it comes to Drake's most baffling move that I really want to say ever, because just what is this even? Well, before we can get into the new song Drake dropped, the snippet he also put out, and the collabs that this stream is even showing off, which is really just showing who is going to be around for this Iceman album, we really now just have to talk about with this record itself and how it is shaping out to be. Well, the album is starting to look more like it should be called Fairy Tale 40-Year-Old Man or something along those lines, because with the heavy push to just lean into the character of Pinocchio here, which again, it's not just in the stream, but Drake is putting his side profile in the album art, and with how calculated and meticulous this all seemingly is in terms of just putting him everywhere, well again, for how lazily and haphazardly Drake has created albums, it almost seems like this is a concept album about whatever weird message he is trying to push with this. This is a concept album about whatever weird message he is trying to push with this. Well, overall, when we break it down, it seems like Drake has found a character and icon that he is using to symbolize something.
Is Degrassi, hey Siri, is the TV show Degrassi from Disney? So it airs on the Disney Channel, but I don't know if it's like produced by Disney. I don't know. That's what Siri said. I don't know.
Something very weird. And now for the Drake fans, well, what I honestly find most funny about this now is that the Drake fans' minds are just absolutely blown because of this, as at the end of the day, as they have been so creatively starved and deprived of anything, well, just literally the most basic and surface level symbolism, which again, we are going to get into how Drake actually sent a message which he didn't intend for, which is much more disturbing and looks awful on him.
Yeah, it looked bad.
Well, still, just with even the idea that there is something deeper here, they are emphatic over it, and once again, and
yo, if you go on to court for somebody calling you a PDF, right? Or he going to court for saying that UMG was pushing the record, or whatever. You wouldn't be mad at that record if it didn't say PDF in it, right? A minor, those are the main parts you mad about. Why would you further back up his point of you being a PDF, bro? Why would you like you should just be backing up from the cartoon characters all together, like you went head first into, okay, that's what he said about me. Well, I'm gonna take a stand and do it some more, buddy. Bro, you bugging, boy.
And why they are finally getting any sort of excitement after over a year of the biggest loss we have seen in maybe the entire history of music. Well, it's all because Pinocchio is bringing together the Drake-a-Wish people in the only way that they can possibly come together, which is all through the one guy who they are all secretly obsessed with in none other than Kendrick Lamar, and I think Drake really did it here. He really managed to outdo himself here and create a diss that is memorable and that I am going to be thinking about at least, but not because it gets him any sort of a solid or strong point, but because it's an absolute monstrosity of a creation, both in terms of its design and in the actual way it was brought to reality itself, which now, of course, well, now while Kendrick Lamar literally has some of the most insane songs ever written in the history of music, where he is rapping as other people entirely.
Yeah, y'all remember when this man was saying like, yeah, y'all think Drake is, he when he walking, he being cool. Nah, he got a bad hip. Bro, when he was running from that Pinocchio character, you could see him like he was limping a little bit. Drake really got a bad hip, boy. Telling you.
Telling stories with the ultimate plot twists and narratives that'll just sit there and make you question everything as you know it. And again, with entire bodies of works like these, Kendrick has won prizes in categories where no other rappers have ever been, and as a result of what Kendrick has pushed forward, well, both as a conceptualist and an art form in terms of its writing, rap has been brought to an entire new stratosphere in terms of how the world perceives it. Well, now at the same time as Kendrick does and is still doing all of this, Drake's got Pinocchio costumes lying around that he is using as a symbol for his own art, which once again, in his eyes, this represents Kendrick Lamar. But now before we get into what Drake said with this here up front and what he wanted everybody to think, just remember, and this is one of the messages that Drake messed up with here, the character of Pinocchio is not just a story of a liar whose nose grows with each lie that
Watch this, y'all. I guarantee you about to go into what's going on. Watch this.
He tells. But also, and this is why I really do think that Drake and OVO have a serious media literacy problem. When we look at who the rival of Pinocchio is in the actual stories that all of the other source material you've probably ever seen him in is based off of, well, Pinocchio gets captured by a creep who steals real boys, and I'm just gonna leave this here. I'm not gonna say anything else.
Yeah, this joint go deep. Like, yo, why would you put that in there, bro? In the Disney animated film Pinocchio, Pleasure Island, originally called the Land of Toys in the book, represents a place of tempting but ultimately destructive temptation. It's a place where boys are lured with the promise of unlimited fun. Why are you doing this Neverland shit, boy? You bugging. Now, oh my God, I'm about to say something about Michael Jackson. I'm gonna leave Mike alone. Let him rest in peace. Unlimited fun, freedom, and privilege, all without consequence. However, this pleasure comes at a cost. The island transforms the boys into donkeys who are then sold into labor. The island serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of indulging in vice and abandoning responsibility. So he creating a safe haven for boys, man. Man, this dude is, man, you bugging, bro. Dude just got finished calling you a PDF, boy. And you go ahead and say, oh, okay, yeah, I'm going to back that up. That's what you said. I'm going to go and back up what Kendrick Lamar is calling me. Let me go and back it up. Hey, look, Disney, let me get this character. Give me some outfits. Give me some costumes. We're going to go ahead and back this narrative up. Nasty word.
Else. And now seriously, I got it together. I'm not gonna get any more messy, but back to what Drake wants us to think about Kendrick Lamar here. And now even with the height of Pinocchio, it's making him look small. And really, now that Drake has reached the full circle point of illusion where he is making fun of Kendrick's height again.
The thing is, why are you thinking of this? Why it like yo, when a regular rapper, they doing a video, or they doing about to do a song or video, ain't nobody thinking about no damn Pinocchio, no Peter Pan. Ain't nobody thinking about that. Ain't nobody thinking about that. Or if they are thinking about that, they gonna remix it. They might have got some Timbs on. They might have them hustling or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But none of this, he following them, and it's nighttime. It's like 2 a.m. You running. Like, come on, bro. Y'all the only ones in the street. If somebody did, like, if a regular hip-hop ninja rapper do that, they gonna have him on the block. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be out there with a quart of water, some bag of chips and all that, honey bun or something, chilling. You know what I'm saying? This dude, man, he out 2 a.m. in the morning, boy.
Again, I'm not even gonna say anything else about that. I think it just speaks for itself. And now when it comes to really what Drake is doing here, when you just internalize that Drake really got together a team to sit and film him running away from a fictional character, and of course, as Pinocchio's nose gets longer when he lies, and OVO fans—
and he look like he's switching. He trying to hide that hip so bad. I gotta find that Benderdine too. Look, when I was reacting to that, y'all thought he was playing. He was dead serious. He said, yo, Drake got a bad hip. He really got a bad, look how you think he's switching right here. He look mad zesty right here. But he got a bad hip, y'all. Look, you got to pay attention. Let me widen this. Look at the arm swing and look at he's switching when he walk. He got a bad hip.
Really got together a team to sit and film him running away from a fictional character, and of course, as Pinocchio's nose gets longer when he lies. And OVO fans, I know you're not used to literally any sort of deeper meaning in the art that you consume and listen to, so just follow me here. Pinocchio's nose represents all of the lies that Kendrick has told on Drake's name, and then Drake is running away from Kendrick Lamar altogether to try and get away from all the narratives he has pushed. Or I don't know, that's at least what this weird, pathetic vision is seemingly trying to tell us? I'm lost. I don't know what to say. What are we even doing? Because seriously, did you just hear what I had to say and what we just got on screen? Because honestly,
bro, you got fantastic hip-hop spazzing out. Usually he go through his videos, he proper with it. He's spazzing on this joint.
Even for how low Drake has gone, I am baffled that this is the weird point that we have reached. Because if you went back and told all the hype beasts and losers a little over a year ago before this beef ended and said that after all of it went down, well, about a year later, Drake would end up turning into a content creator more than a rapper, where the best idea he had to roll out his anticipated album by his fans was all to get chased by Pinocchio and have a professional video team record it? I mean, what happened to the game I love? Because truly, what Drake has done is just so pathetic, even beyond words, that really, if this is what you think about when your back is against the wall creatively, you should just hang it up, because what is even the point? And so really, when you just see this and witness the extents that Drake is still going to drag out this beef and try to—
then you got your man looking bad. Central C had his own thing going on, boy. They out there in the UK minding their business. They got their own shit going on. Yo, UK, look, if you're rapping in UK, Drake ain't got the stimulus package no more. That shit is over with, boy. He making people look bad. See, I don't know if they following up with the news or not. Drake is not stimulus package Drake no more. You can't get beside him and then you hot. Nah. Ain't nobody rewinding that Central C part. Yo, Central C, boy, you be better off by yourself. Leave this guy alone, man. I'm telling you. Leave him alone.
say that Kendrick Lamar lied about him and that he is this massive liar and hypocrite, all the way to the point where he is now being compared to the most iconic face of lying in the...
Then you got Joyner Lucas body and shit. Boy, oh my, I just heard that last joint that Joyner Lucas just had. Bro, yo, y'all get away from Drake, man. Get away from this guy, man. That Drake curse is real. He came out, y'all seen what he did. I don't care what nobody say. UK got the best spinners. Y'all seen what he did. A lot of ninjas out there like, yo, we ain't feeling that, mate. We ain't feeling that. You know what I'm saying? But it's a select few of y'all. Y'all still rocking with this dude. Bugging, I'm telling you. He gonna start making everybody look bad. Y'all still think he got that stimulus pack. Y'all he's not stimulus package Drake no more.
The entire history of fiction? Well, again, aside from the accidental message about the boys and all that, even with your own intentions, Drake, this is just baffling. And what's even more funny about this all, to be really honest, is that now when you see how Drake went about doing this and how he showed off this entire scene of this hide-and-seek game with Pinocchio and then this chase, well, if you can get through the disgust and see Drake running away from the face of lies, what Drake didn't realize is that despite the message he tried to send and that his artistically illiterate stan base reads and hypes this overall up for, when you actually look at what this should symbolize, it really is that Drake is running away from the lies and they are still chasing him no matter what, where he goes, and they will eventually catch him seemingly, which, to be honest, well, again, Drake,
he almost fell right there. I was thinking.
They will eventually catch him seemingly, which, to be...
Yup. He almost fell. I thought the video was speeding up. Look. This the clip. He almost fell, yo. I wish I could slow this. Well, nah, I ain't gonna.
But where he goes, and they will eventually catch him seemingly, which, to be...
I seen that. He tripped. He almost fell. He's a damn bozo.
Honest. Well, again, Drake is being super consistent, as just like the Hard Part 6, where Drake's own hastiness to keep looking cool and to never admit defeat just made him embarrass himself there. We are really seeing the same thing go down once again right within this Iceman Episode 2 stream, and now well beyond the Kendrick Lamar disses that Drake thought would be this deep and groundbreaking thing, but in actuality are the most cringe thing that I have ever seen. And again, while Drake has done so many things that have disappointed hip-hop and myself and that have just been baffling, I really do think with just the entire reality that we are seeing here, I have never just questioned what is going on more. Well, now for the rest of this Drake stream, when he is not trying to use aesthetics to aura farm and pad a runtime on this thing, which really did not have much going on, well, now pretty much in between all the weird scenes where Drake and Pinocchio are in this back and forth with one another, well, Drake did two things, which was play his own music, and then welcomes the first featured guest to be a part of this era, who has the burden now of forever being on Team Drake and will be a part of the magnum opus of what will become his ultimate loser's lap. And who I am talking about is Central C, who in of itself, well, he
little bro in them, bro. Central C, get the, yo. Y'all think that he like elevating y'all. He's not. Make you look bad.
Previewed a solo track, which sounded like the blueprint or Illmatic compared to everything else Drake has done in this era, which I guess that exposure was good for him on some level. But now whatever goodwill Central C got with that, he pretty much lost it right away, as he became the next rapper to get a collab with Drake that was both played here and now as it dropped for everybody to hear right after. Well, now with this song, which is titled Which One?
Bro, he did a whole album with Party Next Door. Ain't nobody talking about Party Next Door. Nobody. What makes you think you gonna get up in there and everybody gonna be talking about, nah. Damn, boy.
One, and is the second single seemingly off of the Iceman album. Well, once again, I don't know how, but Drake has done it. He has managed to outdo himself once again and put out the worst single that he may have really ever released for any album possible, because this thing is genuinely atrocious. You don't just hear regular Drake do what he does best in this time, which is just make the most mid and passive music ever. But we get the worst version of Drake, which is when he is trying to act like any single person but himself. And here he is trying to do that UK accent once again and just impersonate a culture that he has no business mimicking the way he has. And overall with this, But when you just listen to Drake's performance and hear him speak, and it's both immature and embarrassing, and then you hear the rest of the song itself, which is so forgettable as all of its elements are just so primitive and they don't push anything forward and they sound like they're made for the backdrop of a club that nobody wants to be at. Well, overall, while this song is
background noise, he's making background noise right now.
Bland, and as a result of that, in terms of its instrumentation and stuff like that, it's not inherently the worst thing that we have ever heard from Drake. When you consider the stakes of his career both from the industry and rap perspective, and then also Drake's—
Bro, y'all listen, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think, first of all. Second of all, Skepta, Central C. Y'all get away from this dude. He put a battery in Skepta back, I'm telling you. He put a battery in Skepta's back. Skepta looking bad right now, boy. Joyner Lucas putting them words together like it ain't nothing. And they hitting. When Skepta rap, he cramming all the words in. We ain't even tripping off the accent no more. Ain't even about the accent. Cause I just heard some joints from the, one of these UK artists. Ain't even about the accent. They know how to rap. But Skepta ain't you, bruh. Nah, fall back, bro. Go sit down somewhere. I'm telling you. Drake making y'all look. He put it. Why you let this Lord? He's a Lord ninja, bro. Skepta, he's a Lord ninja. Why you let Drake put a battery in your back? I don't care what nobody tell you guys. I don't care. UK has the best spitters, the best lyricists ever. Man, yo, get this emotional guy out of here, man. And UK got some real hitters out there, man. I don't know why, y'all are bugging. He ain't got that backing from UMG like he used to. He ain't got that no more. He about to be done. There's nothing he could say like I was thinking. I was looking at the live and all that. I was like, oh, okay. He about to spit something. He changed that accent. I was like, man, this dude, man, go ahead, bro. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Shout out to Fantastic Hip Hop. I'm going to leave a link in the description as always. Big Kish signing out. I'm going, y'all.